Greetings to you today on this Saturday, the 9th of March today, and this is day 22 of the Lenten um, the Lenten season, I guess, for lack of a better word, although it seems like it should have something better than that. Things are going to be a little bit different today in this recording just because my computer's in the shop for a weird reason, and so things may look different today. That's all I'm saying, just so you don't think the pastor's gone weird. Well, he's already there, I know. So Habakkuk 2 is the passage for today. I will climb up into my watchtower now and wait to see what the Lord will say to me and how he will answer my complaint. Then the Lord said to me, Write my answer in large, clear letters on a tablet, so that a runner can read it and tell everyone else. But these things I plan won't happen right away. Slowly, steadily, surely, the time approaches when the vision will be fulfilled. If it seems slow, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. Look at the proud. They trust in themselves and their lives are crooked, but the righteous will live by their faith. Wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They range far and wide with their mouths opened as wide as death, but they are never satisfied. In their greed, they have gathered up many nations and peoples, but the time is coming when all their captives will taunt them, saying, You thieves! At last justice has caught up with you. Now you will get what you deserve for your oppression and extortion. Suddenly, your debtors will rise up in anger. They will turn on you and take all you have, while you stand trembling and helpless. You have plundered many nations, now they will plunder you. You murderers, you have filled the countryside with violence and all the cities too. How terrible it will be for you who get rich by unjust means. You believe your wealth will buy security, putting your families beyond the reach of danger. But by the murders you committed, you have shamed your name and forfeited your lives. The very stones in the walls of your houses cry out against you, and the beams in the ceilings echo the complaint. How terrible it will be for you who build cities with money gained by murder and corruption. Has not the Lord Almighty promised that the wealth of nations will turn to ashes? They work so hard, but all in vain. For the time will come when all the earth will be filled as the waters fill the sea with an awareness of the glory of the Lord. How terrible it will be for you who make your neighbors drunk. You force your cup on them so that you can gloat over their nakedness and shame. But soon it will be your turn. Come, drink and be exposed. Drink from the cup of the Lord's judgment, and all your glory will be turned to shame. You cut down the forests of Lebanon, now you will be cut down. You terrified the wild animals you caught in your traps. Now terror will strike you because of your murder and violence in cities everywhere. What have you gained by worshiping all your man-made idols? How foolish to trust in something made by your own hands. What fools you are to believe such lies. How terrible it will be for you who beg lifeless wooden idols to save you. You ask speechless stone images to tell you what to do. Can an idol speak for God? They may be overlaid with gold and silver, but they are lifeless inside. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth be silent before him. Again, reading a passage like that convinces me more and more we have much to learn from Israel's poor history in the Old Testament. Knowing who their God was, they still ran after other idols. Solomon, supposedly the wisest man ever, got duped by the numerous wives and concubines he had, breaking God's law and doing that, and allowing them to transport their idols to Israel, even to have them in Jerusalem. God will not stand for that. They abused other people. They just ran rampant with sin, and God would not stand for that. All of the prophets of Israel had to confront Israel in some way, shape, or form, and Jesus will condemn them in his time on earth, as he'll talk about Jerusalem being the city where the prophets are killed. O Israel, he laments it. Here's our author's ideas for this Saturday, this 22nd day of Lent. We are a people who squirm and fret at life's what-ifs. Though we've seen the Father in the face of Jesus Christ, we still struggle each day to trust his promises. Yet he is faithful, not only in the smallest of life's details, but also in the grandest of his plans. When it comes to God's plan for the whole world, we can know without a doubt that God will fill the earth with the knowledge of his glory as the waters cover the sea. We can also take comfort in the truth that the Lord is in his holy temple and invites the whole earth, every nation and people, to come and be silent in his presence. That's something I don't know in Western Christianity we really know how to do. To come and be silent in his presence. To clear out our minds, to be still and know. Cease that verse in Psalm 46:10 is stop your own attempts to make it happen. Stop trying to look for the way forward on your own. Cease your striving. Just be still. Listen to God. Fix your eyes on him. Listen for his voice. It's hard to come in a world like ours, filled with social media, filled with events, things in school that our kids get all involved in, and life's just one constant to-do list. We're going here, going there, buying this, buying that. Be still. Be silent. Come into his presence. The Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth be silent before him. I love the promise of verse 14. I actually have a note written after it in this Bible I'm using today. For the time will come when all the earth will be filled as the waters fill the sea with an awareness of the glory of the Lord. And to that I wrote, come Lord. Come Lord, with an exclamation. Yeah, just one. I don't know why it's just one exclamation point, because hopefully our hearts are hungry for that. And we're living in light of that. Here's the prayer for today. Father, you sit enthroned above the circle of the earth. You stretch out the heavens like a canopy. You determine the number of stars in the sky and call them each by name. Surely the nations are like a drop in a bucket. Their hatred and rage against the things of God are no threat to you, for you have power over all things. And yet, Romans 5 tells us that even while we were living in sin, living in opposition to you, You sent your Son to die so that we might live. His death and resurrection provide a path of life for all nations. You promise to cover the whole world with the knowledge of your glory. I sit silently before you in anticipation of seeing your promise fulfilled. Amen. Amen. Await his promises being fulfilled. Await his return. If we believe in his return, Peter would then ask this question: what sort of people ought we to be in godliness and righteousness, awaiting his return? Blessings to you today on this Saturday.